Jack Donovan was the kind of guy who ate nails for breakfast. Not literally, but close enough. A construction worker through and through, he lived for the grind of heavy machinery, steel beams, and the smell of fresh concrete. With arms thick as tree trunks and a voice that could rattle windows, he was the definition of macho. So when Jack woke up one morning in silk sheets, wearing a satin nightgown, and staring at two soft curves on his chest, he nearly lost his mind. He scrambled to the mirror, heart thudding. A stranger stared back. Big brown eyes, glossy hair, lips made for perfume commercials. Her body was slim, graceful, and beautiful in ways Jack had only admired from afar. He grabbed the dresser. "What the hell?" His voice came out soft. "Hi, musical!" Not Jack Donovan's voice. A sharp knock rattled the door. "Valeria, we're late," a woman barked. Before Jack could answer, the door swung open. In stormed a woman with a clipboard and headset. She looked him up and down, relief flashing across her face. "Good! You're awake. The driver's waiting." Vercelli's runway doesn't hold for anyone. Jack blinked. "Runway? Lady, I think you save it." She pulled him toward a rack of shimmering gowns. "Wardrobe's ready. Makeup team is waiting." "No, you don't get it. I'm Jack. I pour concrete." He barked, but the sound came out airy and delicate. The woman just rolled her eyes. "Cute. Stay in character. Now sit." And then, chaos. Brushes dusted his face. Curling irons whipped around his hair. Assistants zipped and clipped fabric with military precision. By the time they were finished, Jack barely recognized himself. The mirror showed not a construction worker, but a flawless goddess in a dress that shimmered like liquid gold. His stomach twisted. "This can't be happening!" The limousine ride to the venue was torture. Jack sat stiffly, tugging at sequins that scratched his collarbone. His steel-toed boots were gone, replaced by stilettos so tall they felt like weapons. He tried to think logically. "Okay, maybe I'm in a coma. Maybe I'm dreaming. Any second now I'll wake up back in my bed. Alarm blaring. Coffee waiting." But the car stopped. The clipboard woman ushered him into a hurricane of models, designers, and flashing lights. Backstage was alive with chaos.
Models in glitter and silk rushed around like gazelles, while assistants shouted final adjustments.
Jack stood frozen until another model, tall and stunning, leaned in with a grin. Nervous. "Valeria, you'll crush it. You always do." Jack gulped. "Always do." Then came the call. "Line up. Final lineup." The bass of the runway music thumped through the walls. Jack peeked out from behind the curtain and nearly fainted. 1,000 people. Cameras flashing. Reporters scribbling. The runway stretched out like a plank leading to his doom. "Go!" someone hissed, shoving him forward. Jack's heels clacked against the glossy floor. His knees wobbled. He was a deer on ice. And the audience murmured. Heat flooded his cheeks. "They know. They can tell I'm a fraud." He forced himself to breathe. He remembered walking scaffolding 10 stories high, carrying beams heavier than his own body. Balance, confidence. That was all this was. He straightened his back, rolled his shoulders, and took another step. Smooth. Then another. His hips swayed naturally, the gown flowing around him like water. The murmurs died. Cameras clicked louder. At the end of the runway, Jack remembered the clipboard woman's command. Smolder. So he tilted his chin, narrowed his eyes, and gave the fiercest look he could muster. The crowd erupted in applause. When he spun
And walked back. His steps were no longer shaky.
he strutted, owning the spotlight, heels striking like hammers on steel. Backstage exploded with cheers. "Valeria, you killed it! Goddess! Perfection!" Jack collapsed into a chair, chest heaving. Sweat prickled beneath the diamonds at his throat. He couldn't believe it. Somehow, he'd just walked a runway and nailed it. But as assistants fussed over him, congratulating Valeria for another flawless show, Jack's stomach twisted. If this wasn't a dream, if this body, this life, was real. What happened to Jack Donovan? Construction worker. And for the first time in his life, Jack, the man who never feared heights, machines, or storms, felt a tremor of fear he couldn't shake. Because what if tomorrow brought another runway and no way back?